Cameron had always found solace in the quiet expanse of his family's farm. Nestled in the rolling hills of the countryside, it seemed untouched by the chaos of the outside world. But as he returned home from college for the summer, he noticed a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The air felt heavy, and an eerie stillness hung over the fields. His parents greeted him warmly, but there was a tension in their smiles, a nervousness in their eyes that Cameron couldn't quite place. Ignoring his instincts, he brushed it off as exhaustion from the long drive and settled into his old room. That night, as Cameron lay in bed, he was jolted awake by a blood-curdling scream. Heart racing, he stumbled out of bed and rushed downstairs, where he found his parents huddled in the kitchen, faces pale with fear. "What's going on?" Cameron demanded, his voice trembling. His father, gripping the shotgun tightly, spoke in a hushed tone. "There's something out there, son. Something unnatural." Cameron's blood ran cold as his father recounted the events of the past few weeks. Cattle mutilated in the fields, strange symbols etched into the barn door, and sightings of shadowy figures lurking in the darkness. Determined to protect his family and their livelihood, Cameron joined his father in patrolling the farm each night, weapons at the ready. But no matter how vigilant they were, the threat seemed to elude them, striking with ruthless precision under the cover of night. As the days stretched into weeks, Cameron's nerves frayed at the edges. Sleep became a distant memory, replaced by the constant vigilance of the night watch. His once vibrant spirit began to wither under the weight of fear and uncertainty. But just when he thought he couldn't take it anymore, a breakthrough came in the form of an old journal tucked away in the attic. Filled with cryptic entries and faded sketches, it spoke of a dark pact made by a previous owner of the farm, a pact that unleashed unspeakable horrors upon the land. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Cameron and his father embarked on a desperate quest to undo the curse that plagued their farm. But as they delved deeper into the mysteries of the past, they uncovered secrets that threatened to tear their family apart. And lurking in the shadows, watching their every move, was the malevolent force that had haunted the farm for generations, its hunger for blood and suffering insatiable. Despite their efforts to break the curse, the sinister presence only grew stronger, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare them in a web of darkness. Cameron could feel its malevolent gaze upon him wherever he went, a constant reminder of the horrors lurking just beyond the edge of perception. Determined to confront the source of the evil that had plagued their farm, Cameron and his father braved the depths of the forest that bordered their land. Guided by the cryptic clues from the old journal, they stumbled upon a hidden clearing shrouded in mist, where an ancient altar stood amidst gnarled trees. As they approached the altar, a sense of dread washed over them, threatening to consume their resolve. But with each step, they pushed forward, driven by the desperate hope of breaking the curse that had cast a shadow over their lives. At the heart of the clearing, they found what they sought: a weathered tome bound in rotting leather, its pages filled with arcane symbols and forbidden incantations. With trembling hands, Cameron began to recite the incantation, his voice barely above a whisper. But before he could finish, a sudden gust of wind whipped through the clearing, extinguishing their torches and plunging them into darkness. Panic clawed at Cameron's chest as he fumbled for the matches, his heart pounding in his ears. And then, in the suffocating silence that followed, a voice spoke from the shadows, icy and malevolent. "You dare to trespass upon sacred ground, mortal." It hissed, sending shivers down Cameron's spine. Summoning every ounce of courage he had left, Cameron stood tall, his voice steady despite the fear that threatened to consume him. "We seek to break the curse that plagues this land," he declared, his words echoing through the darkness. For a moment, there was nothing but silence, as if the very air held its breath. And then, with a deafening roar, the darkness erupted into a frenzy of swirling shadows and deafening screams. Cameron and his father fought bravely against the onslaught, their weapons clashing against the unseen foe with desperate determination. But as the darkness closed in around them, Cameron knew that this was a battle they could not win. With one final defiant cry, he plunged the ancient dagger into the heart of the altar, unleashing a blinding burst of light that banished the darkness and shattered the curse once and for all. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Cameron and his father emerged from the forest, battered but victorious. And though the scars of their ordeal would never fully heal, they knew that they had faced their fears and emerged stronger for it. With the curse broken and the malevolent force banished from their land, Cameron and his father set about rebuilding their farm and their lives. The fields once again thrived under their care, and a newfound sense of peace settled over the countryside. But despite the tranquility that returned to the farm, Cameron couldn't shake the feeling that they had only scratched the surface of the darkness that had plagued them. Deep within his soul, the lingering unease whispered of unfinished business, of mysteries left unsolved. In the months that followed, Cameron delved into the secrets of the old journal with a newfound determination, uncovering clues that hinted at even darker truths lurking beneath the surface. With each revelation, he felt a chill run down his spine, the shadows of the past reaching out to ensnare him once more. But Cameron refused to be intimidated by the darkness that threatened to consume him. Armed with the knowledge he had gained and the unwavering support of his family, he vowed to confront the demons of the past head-on, no matter the cost. And though the road ahead was fraught with danger and uncertainty, Cameron faced it with courage and conviction, knowing that as long as he had his family by his side, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. As the years passed, the farm flourished under Cameron's stewardship, its fields stretching as far as the eye could see, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. And though the memory of the horrors they had faced never faded completely, it served as a reminder of the strength that lay within them, waiting to be unleashed when the darkness threatened to engulf them once more. And so, with the dawn of each new day, Cameron and his family embraced the challenges that lay ahead, knowing that together they could overcome anything that stood in their way. For on their farm, amidst the whispers of the wind and the rustling of the leaves, they had forged a bond that was stronger than any curse, a bond that would endure for generations to come.